What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare video, and today is episode 7 of my top 5 characters, and we're going to be taking a look at the engineers today, which is one of my least favourite zombie classes, but I have been playing around with them a little bit more and have come up with a top 5 list. Now keep in mind, I do not like this character as much, but when I have been playing with him, I have seemed to find characters that seem to do a lot better than other ones, but trust me, this top 5 will be nowhere near your top 5, and also be probably one of the least accurate ones out of all of them, along with the All-Stars and possibly the Chompers. They are the ones that are least accurate, but anyway, let us get straight into this top 5. At number 5 we have the Mechanic. Now this one is different from every other engineer that there is in the game due to the fact that they have an automatic weapon and the others have like a semi-automatic kind of plunge, big massive thing that comes at them. That is what most of the engineers are like, but the Mechanic has an automatic weapon, and the reason he is only at number 5 is the damage obviously for each bullet is not as much, but remember, it is an automatic weapon. The downside to this character is there is a great amount of recoil with this character. No matter what range you're at, it can be quite hard to get an accurate shot on them unless you are very skilled with your aim, but even me, I find it quite difficult to get a lot of your shots on target, and someone could just simply turn around, and if there's a few plants ganging up on the Mechanic, they will absolutely get destroyed. Now keep in mind, there is the stun grenade to use in certain situations, but I just feel like the Mechanic isn't up to its potential that it could be. I feel like either giving a lower recoil or like a higher rate of fire or something like that just to make it slightly better, but nevertheless that is my opinion. A lot of you might like him, a lot of you might think the Mechanic is the number 1 for that class, and just remember, if there are any Garlic drones going across, the Mechanic is going to be the best one to take them out, so keep that in mind as well. But there is your number 5 spot, the Mechanic. At number 4 we have the Plumber. Now the Plumber used to be one of my favourite ones, but I'm not 100% sure on this, but it feels like he's been nerfed. I'm not exactly sure why or if he has, but I just feel like he's been nerfed, and when I was playing with the engineers I found other engineers to be much better than him, so that is the reason he is only at number 4. I'd really enjoy liking him, and this is one of the only engineers I believe that there is where you cannot see his little booty crack. I'm not sure if any other engineer has it covered up as well, but I believe that the Plumber does have it hidden, so there is a nice feature to have into the game as well. The signature mark for the booty crack for the engineer is not on the Plumber, but that is it really what I want to talk about the Plumber. Not really any specific reason. He's got good damage, he's got good fire rate, but I just feel like he's not as good as other engineers. So there is your number 4 spot, the Plumber. At number 3 we have the Electrician. Now this is very similar to all of the shock variants, where if you hit an enemy and there are other enemies in a certain vicinity, that damage will then be spread throughout them all. So that is what the Electrician is like. It has a good rate of fire, so you can put a good amount of shots in a limited amount of time, and it does hurt multiple zombies in range with shock, which is bonus if you are playing objective game modes like Gardens and Graveyards, Tackle Bandits, Suburbanation, and possibly Gnome Bomb. If there are a lot of plants together, bunched up together, then it is definitely something that I would suggest using. But there is your number 3 spot, the Electrician. At number 2 we have the Painter. Now I really like the Painter for the fact that he's the best impact damage out of all of the engineers. The impact damage I believe is 48 for a critical and 33 for a non-critical, or somewhere in that vicinity, so it is really good damage. If you are very accurate, it will definitely be the best one to use. I would more likely use this one at more of a distance and not right up front and in the plant's face, just for the fact that it does have a slower rate of fire than some of the other ones, so if you do miss one of your shots, that's going to be very costly. Another thing I do want to point out is that when you fire with the engineers, it has a certain degree angle on it, so when you are firing it will slowly curve and then go lower down, so you have to try and judge where you want to shoot above a certain character to try and get them to hit the character. With the Painter, this is the one that I've found has probably the least amount out of the variants, apart from the Mechanic, because the Mechanic is completely different. The Painter seems to be most accurate, so almost where you are shooting is where it's going to hit. That is what it seems like to me, so even a better reason to use it as further back and more of a sniper. But that is the Painter. Great damage. I don't think it has much, or if none, splash damage at all, but it does make up for the impact damage that it does do. You can take out characters in 3 shots. I believe you can take out the pea shooter, the sunflower, and the cactus, or most of the cactuses, unless they've got increased health, in 3 shots, which is absolutely insane. And the chompers are 4 or 5 if you are the armor chomper. But there is your number 2 spot, the Painter. And at number 1 we have the Welder. Now the Welder is my favourite engineer at the time right now. It looks funny with his silly little mask on it. It's got like a cartoon mouth sticking out of the Welder's mask, and it has a great amount of fire. It's got a really good fast rate of fire, so definitely use him if you want to put a lot of shots in at once. And just remember, this is the fire variant for the engineers, so you do have the burn effect as well. So if a plant hides behind a corner, you can then use your splash damage or your impact damage to set them on fire and cause even more damage. That is it for this top 5 engineers. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Please remember, I'm not a biggest fan of the engineers, so this opinion or this top 5 may be completely out of whack to what yours are, and I'm sure a lot of you will disagree with some of them. Maybe the mechanic might be higher up for you, or the plumber might be higher up, or the painter might be lower down. Everyone has their own opinion, and this is my own. So hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It would be absolutely amazing if you did. I greatly appreciate it, and it really helps out the series. This series has had so much support so far. Every single one of these episodes has got over 100 likes. I believe every single one has got almost over 120 likes, so that is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, and subscribe if you are new to my channel. My name is 0xFUSIONZ, and I'll catch you guys next time.